Hello my fiery friends, the Infernoman here with the Midweek Magic Event, and it looks like we're playing Artisan, which I love, but it's also Alchemy. Goody goody gumdrops, everyone. I'm sorry, again, if you've seen my videos, you already know I don't really have much of a enjoyment out of Alchemy, but again, since it's Artisan, we'll go ahead and play it out today. Let's show off our deck as always. We'll give a quick little overview of what we're doing, and of course, some gameplay, no commentary, just to show you how the deck is meant to be played. And if you do like it, as always, I'll leave a link in the details below to show you how you can put it together nice and easy. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's deck. So we're just gonna go something that's straight to the point for these kind of events. I'm just gonna play my good old standby Burn. And of course, we're gonna be doing an Alchemy version. Honestly, there's only a couple cards in here you could tweak and actually make this playable for standard, but we'll talk about that in just a second. In any case, pretty much cut and dry if you've already gone through this, but let's go ahead and talk about each of the cards. The game plan, of course, is to do as much damage as you can with cards like Phoenix Chick. You're going to get in some early damage with Rabbit Batteries, Reinforced Ronins, Volduran Epicures. Those are your 1-drops that you only really need just to get in that early damage. You have a 2-drop creature, which is Thermal Alchemist, but this is, again, if you've seen it before, just deals 1 damage with each tap that it does, but whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you get to untap the Thermal Alchemist. With the burn that we have in hand, we're trying to hopefully stretch out those shocks, those play with fires, the lightning strikes, into doing a little extra damage with Thermal Alchemist to output as much possible to our opponent's face. The early game, of course, just get in as much as you can with your creatures, and then hopefully Thermal Alchemist can then tap itself to keep plucking off as much as possible to just get ourselves closer to victory. The only Alchemy card that we actually are utilizing in the deck is going to be Ambergris Citadel Agent. This simple Dwarf Cleric for 3/2 with haste is actually pretty sweet for us for one main reason. And even though you don't need to worry about it specialized, you can if you want to, but we're really utilizing it for its card advantage. With Burn and how aggro the deck plays, if you haven't done it before, is you just want to toss out everything out of your hand to do damage to your opponent, pick off their creatures, and just start doing as much as possible before they try to stabilize. With Ambergris, the major advantage you have with her is once you have your hand empty, its ability allows you to discard your hand and draw 2 cards. Usually by the time this comes out, your hand should already be empty, so it's basically a free draw 2. Don't expect it, of course, to survive very long, and we only have 2 copies, and it's also a 3-drop, so we're not really relying too much on that, but it's actually going to be pretty handy for us for our game plan. Calling the Professional is the only other really unique card here, which is an expensive burn spell. It's mostly here to prevent opponents from gaining life, which is the main weakness to any burn deck. The moment your opponent can start gaining life and stabilizing, burn struggles to then fight back. Still, for 3 mana, at the very top end of our curve, this can just help us ensure that we can get through the remaining points of damage to make sure we get to victory. Not much else I really want to say except we got 18 mountains. Again, this is just a Artisan deck, so it's as simple as can be. Of course, we have a couple other cards. We have enchantments that you've seen before many times that just help us increase our damage output and give us a little bit more value. We have cards like Cathartic Pyre to either do a little bit of extra damage on spot removal, or we can just use it to refuel our hand and get what we need to filter out. Not much else, really. Again, you've seen mostly all of this stuff already if you've seen most of my decks, if you've played Magic before, so a lot of this is pretty cut and dry. So without that, I will just kind of cut it off here. Let's go ahead now, jump into the event itself. We'll play those games as I mentioned earlier. No commentary, just see how the deck is meant to be played. And if you do like this content, and if you want to support me in any way, shape, or form, all I simply ask is just go ahead and just give a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the deck techs that I do, gameplay, booster pack openings, and so much more. that's all I have for you today. Thanks again for watching, everyone. And just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. Later.